I'm really happy to be part of this particular session, and I can see there have already been some people who have started asking questions. I've received one question. I'll try to cover it, Mr. Gautam, if I'm pronouncing your name correct. Gautam Balachandran. I've noted down the question. I'll try to answer it in between the presentation, or if you can, if I don't cover it, please do feel to ask me uh, at the time of the Q&A session. Okay. I'll start with the presentation now. The biggest challenge which I was facing when I was creating today this presentation for every one of you for introduction of the metaverse was to first think that what exactly I can cover in just 60 minutes. And based on my understanding, I've tried to summarize the presentation in such a way that all of you can easily understand the basic concepts. Also, you can utilize the forum in such a way that if you have any ideas, if you are looking forward for coming into this particular platform and to start this and to be part of this particular growing industry, which is almost 8 billion or $10 billion industry at the moment, and the expected amount of the industry is too high. I'll definitely try to cover about that. Just a small introduction about me. I'm Abhishek, as you all know, and I've been in the industry for 18 plus of years. And the best part about me is that I'm not a technical person. So you can obviously see that it's quite tough for me to handle these online systems. I'm more of a face-to-face kind of a trainer who will speak over there. So handling this was a tough task. But the best part is that even a non-technical person like me, he can talk about metaverse and he's working in the metaverse. I'm currently based in Dubai, and I have three companies over here. We are a metaverse company also. Plus, we also have an incubation center in which we help people who have a concept or an idea also with them and wants to join this particular industry. We help them with their project initial funding stages, and we also make sure that the concept is good. And if the concept is not up to the mark, we help them in designing that concept. My company is Vicor Group. It is registered in Dubai, Singapore, and US. We have three companies over here right now. That is Vicor Metaverse Services LLC, in which we are taking care of all the metaverse projects. We are ourselves developing 9 different metaverses, 9 different brands in that. We also have a Vicor Marketing Management Co. that is for the branding of the projects and for the companies. We provide branding services all over the world. Then we also have a trading company that is based on sustainability. It's a real estate and retail chain kind of a project, which is based on the blockchain and the metaverse, which I'll try to cover today. I'm currently working as the founder and chief monster of the company. Apart from that, I'm the brand ambassador for BitOasis, that is the largest crypto exchange chain in MENA region. Apart from that, I'm board and member advisor of various different platforms and companies. I'm also the mentor of change for Atal Innovation Labs. I have worked with Niti Aayog. I have worked with the Planning Commission of India before that. Now it is Niti Aayog. I have worked with different prime ministers, presidents all over the world. I'm a political consultant. I was the vice president of American Association of Political Consultants. So it's a long list. You have my website over there. You can just go over there and not waste time about me. Let's come to the main topic, and that is, what do you know about metaverse? So normally I have no idea how exactly these online webinars goes, but my sessions are quite different. So I want to know from you that what do you know about metaverse? I'll request that you can unmute yourself and you can talk about what knowledge or what background you think, or what you know think you already know about metaverse and how you see metaverse as. I would love to hear that. So I'll request everyone that if you can just unmute yourself, and one by one, if you can share what exactly you think is metaverse and what exactly you know about the metaverse. So Mr. Ashok Puri has said that immersive internet. Okay. Okay. Mr. Balachandran has said that it's a virtual universe where people can socialize for any purpose. But Mr. Ramesh has said that it's a cool online place where people can interact with each other. Mr. Arjun had just mentioned it's part of the blockchain ecosystem. Okay. Okay. Engelbert, if I'm pronouncing your name right, she mentions no idea, no problem. Anyone else wants to add? New world created in virtual space. Okay. Anyone else wants to contribute? Okay, I don't see anyone else mentioning anything. So Mr. Sandeep Solanki says virtual experience to witness distant events. Join ready to know more about Metaverse. Just know the name, no idea about it. Okay, that's perfect. No issues. I'm happy that most of you have given me the answers. Anything can be sold like there, like dresses and even real estate. It's a hypothetical word as per Mr. Shabu. Okay. And okay, Sandeep is saying it's by Facebook. Okay, I was waiting for this particular answer. So first of all, I like to inform you that Metaverse is not Facebook. Facebook has just taken the name Meta to be an early entrant of the Metaverse industry, and that's why they have called the name Meta, and they have changed their name to Meta. Mark Zuckerberg was one of the early investors into this project. However, it is not a part of Facebook only. Metaverse is much more than that. I have been reading your answers that it's a 3D experience. Okay. Metaverse is a combination of multiple attributes on the internet at the Web3 space, which cannot be described in one. Even Microsoft has been working on it. Yeah, Microsoft has been working on it. However, the early entrant was Roblox. After that, it was Decentraland, Sandbox, and then the Facebook. And Facebook, very smartly, as they wanted to acquire the market, they have taken the name Meta, and they registered it, and they changed their name to Meta. And they are still trying to develop one of the best platforms as per them. However, there are different players in the market who are working on this particular industry and who are developing different leagues and different parts and different brands in the metaverse. If you can see in the slide, why metaverse and why now. So let me start with giving you a small brief on what exactly metaverse ecosystem is all about. Metaverse is not just a immersive experience or a world. Metaverse is the next phase of the internet. That is the Web3. In the future, everything which we are doing, like lockdown has given a very good experience of remote working. Okay, metaverse is that next step towards that remote working and to a different immersive lifestyle which has no limitations. And the finest part about metaverse is that every one of you will be part of the metaverse as a user. It will be your economy. Right now we are into Web2 space, which is a creator based economy. It's not a user based economy. So when you're spending your time playing a game, or you're spending your time on Facebook watching reels, or you're just scrolling reels on Instagram, you're not getting paid for it. Okay, it's only for those who the creators, they get paid for it, and that also based on the number of views or number of likes or number of followers they have. However, this influencer based economy is turning into a user based economy. Metaverse is the first step towards moving towards a user based economy, and that user is you and me. Like I'm right now, I'm talking to you, and you're just listening to me. Okay, there is an energy exchange which is going on. There is a platform known as 2i2i. It's one of my friends of platform only. He's from Canada. That platform ensures that when you are speaking to anyone or you're delivering a lecture, so not only the user or the creator, both of them will be earning coins or fiat currency based on the number of seconds they have invested in that particular phase. That these are just initial phases of these programs in which we are creating a user-based economy in the metaverse environment on different bases. To give you a small idea what metaverse is, I'll try to, because I have tried to create lots of videos also for you guys so that you can have a better idea. I'll try to share a video with you, which will give you a quick understanding of what exactly we are talking about. This particular video is of one of my own companies. Okay, and it will give you a basic idea what metaverse is all about. It's not only immersive, it's not only avatars, it's not only 3D. It's a real blueprint of you and me. I hope you can see the video. I'm playing it. Is it visible to all of you? Okay, I'm playing the first video with you guys. Just have a look on what metaverse is all about. As you can see in this particular video, this was actually the first look out of a metaverse. And that's how metaverse looks like in the real world. You might have heard the term digital twin in this particular video. Digital twin is recreating anything which is available physically into an immersive experience on the website. How many of you have seen the movie Iron Man 2? Okay. Uh, in that particular movie, there was a scene, and that movie was in 2011, if I'm not wrong, 2011, 12. In that particular movie, there was a scene at the racetrack where Elon Musk, for the very first time, in this kind of a VFX technique. I'll be answering your questions at after in the Q&A session. Don't worry on that part. So, as I was talking about that particular movie, in that particular movie, for the very first time, Elon Musk goes on to Tony Stark at the racing track and he says, Tony, I need to talk to you about a new technology. And he says the name Metaverse. That was the very first time it was used in a movie. However, most of the people talk about Neil Simpson's book or the Ready to Play Me movie, in which the first time a metaverse was created. However, immersive experience is more than that. You have been using a kind of metaverse from a very early stage of 2015 or 2016 time. Like if you're playing games like PUBG or any other games, you see a world which is immersive, which is on the internet. That world is now turning into more real and it is becoming a reality for the users. Yeah, SimCity is one of the example for that same. Web 1.0 was only to read the things. If you remember the internet in 90s, we were only able to read and type messages. And I'm talking about 90s era. I think I'm that old, and we'll be having some people from that who can vouch for that. That we understand the how slow internet was and how much time it used to take to copy a file or to download a file, and you cannot own anything at that time. Then came the era of Web 2.0, which is right now, which we are in right now. Okay, in which we started participating in. We became a part of the internet through different platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and we have started using WhatsApp and different other platforms. And we, as a user, we became part of it. Then YouTube came, we became content creators also. We started uploading our lectures, our videos, creating reels, lots of other things. And some certain people out of them who raised certain eyeballs, they started also making money out of it. However, still Web 2, in the Web 2 era, you don't own anything apart from a domain name. That also you have to get, you have to repurchase every year or on based on the subscription plan you're using. Apart from a domain name in the Web 2 era, we cannot own anything. We are always under the influence of these companies. You may be an influencer who has 1 lakh or 1 million or 10 lakh or 1 crore plus followers, but if YouTube wants to ban your channel tomorrow, they can easily do it, and you will not have any more rights. They have the power to take down any video, anything which they want, because it's their platform. You are just a content provider to them. You're not the owner of it. However, when we talk about Web3, we are changing these myths. Web3 is ensuring is that we all can own internet based on what we are contributing. So in Web3 is the user who is the king. We as a user, whatever we are contributing, whatever digital presence we'll have on the Web3 platform, we will be owning it. And that is the beauty of Web3 space. There are no intermediaries, it's totally decentralized, and anyone can do anything on on those particular platforms, and they can own it. Whatever you are building on, the identity you are building or the house you are building, whatever you're building, it will be yours. It won't be belonging to anyone else. So you will be having your own share of internet in Web3 era. To put it in more simple words, Web 1 was all about basic web pages, HTML, e-commerce, and normal JavaScripts. You have to do that codings, and that was the only thing which you can do. In Web 2, right, which is going on, we have social media, we can generate contents, we have the access on the mobiles, we have high quality camera and videos, we have lots of apps to use, we can crop or monetize anything which we want to. We use Instagram, Facebook, Google, all these places for putting our ads and to run our companies in the better way. And we do use high speed communication because of the 4G and 5G networks, and we have access to the internet all the time. However, in Web 3.0, this totally changes into a different thing. There are different terminologies, there are different works which are used, and based on that, the economy is flourishing. It's a user based economy. Web 2.0 was a creator based economy. Web 3.0 is a user based economy in which you, me, everyone, whoever contributes anything, including their time or just putting up one code, everything which we are doing, any activity which we will be doing on Web3, it will be owned by us only. Nobody else will have the rights on it unless or until we sell it to anyone. Nobody else will be having any rights on any of those items. In Web 3.0, you can monetize your data. You can use VR and AR to feel the experience, to get the experience of metaverses. You have permission less blockchains, so everything will be transparent. Blockchain is a system of nodes through which everything a user is doing or whatever activity has been done can easily be checked, and you can easily find details of all the things. That's why most of the companies are now developing their tools on blockchains, and there are different use cases, there are different problems and different solutions which companies have come up with. AI is the biggest part of it. You might have heard about the places like WordTune or Writer, and there are lots of other apps which has tools have come up on the Web3 space, through which has made your job quite easy. Artificial intelligence has been used and developed more smartly now, and interoperability is the something which is the key of Web 3.0. You can easily access, or you can easily travel from one metaverse to another. You can easily do dealings from one blockchain to another without facing any hassles which we normally face in Web 2.0. And the best part is everything can be easily traced by you as a user because everything is transparent. So there are no loopholes as used into this. And with the help of blockchains and with the help of the technology, your job is getting more easy. You can easily write long paragraphs, you can easily write blogs, you can easily create any kind of a content you want through that. You also have the better logo designers in which the AI will create all the logos and everything. There are some video platforms which will create the video for you without even, you have to just write a script. You have to just write what you're exactly looking for. There is a app in which, not an app, sorry, it's a Web3 platform where you have to just go and you can type anything and it will create a painting of that. So the AI is being used in the Web3 space as a larger thing, and AI is the king in the Web3 era. NFTs, you can see a word NFT. NFT is a non-fungible token. Mr. Solanki, you have certain questions you can ask me after the Q&A. So as I was talking about the NFTs is the currency of the Web3 era. That's non-fungible token. It's not a fiat currency, but NFTs are used as a key right now to enter into Web3 or era, and to use that space and to own the stuff which you have. Everything which you purchase on the Web3 on the platforms on the Web3 or on the Metaverse, it is attached through a smart contract. Every transaction is binded by a smart contract, and that smart contract gives you the ultimate authority of that particular object which you have purchased. It can be a painting or anything. You might have seen that lots of people have started making money by purchasing different NFTs, and those NFTs can be paintings, they can be a JPEG, they can be anything. However, most of the people are not aware that not everything which you are putting up on the Web3 platform is an NFT. A non-fungible token can be liquidified. However, it depends on its use case. I'll give you an example of the same. I'll be showing you a video in which we have created a digital twin of one of the major cities in the world, and we have created NFTs of all those historical places which that city holds. I'll just share that video with you. NFTs and cannot be copied. Nobody can copy your content. That's why a smart contract is always there, which is backed by a blockchain. So no one can copy your NFT. Every smart contract generates a unique user ID. Okay, so once that NFT is issued, it is only applicable to you. However, if someone tries to copy it, it can be easily traceable, and that NFT will not be liable for anything. I'll just share the video of the city which we have recently developed. This will give you a small idea on what NFT is all about. It is not only limited to a particular JPEG or to a furniture. It is for everything. This is an actual city, and what you are seeing right now is a digital twin of that particular city. All the things which you are seeing is basically a hyper realistic metaverse. This normally you can experience through a VR gadget or through an Oculus. However, there are technologies of hyper realistic world which we have been creating and developing. So this is currently based on that. You can have a look on this. This has been created by Zoan. It's one of the finest companies, and they have created a digital twin of an entire city. Now, this is the furniture inside one of the rental properties in that city, and you can see that it is as realistic as like a normal house. All these things which you can see right now on your screen are the physical digital assets which can be owned by any user. He can just go onto the OpenSea or any of the platform where it is listed. They can purchase it. Even the photographs of the people who have been, which is you can see right now, these are NFTs. So NFT can be anything. Anything which you feel is valuable, you can put it as an NFT. If somebody on the internet in the Web3 space wants to use it, he can either purchase it from you or he can purchase it from the platform. And every time that NFT will be shifting hand, you will be receiving money it will be just like a royalty which we normally generate. Yeah, you will. I'll share the recording of all the videos also with you. Mr. Ramesh, the idea of digital twin is to replicate the characteristics of a real world city. Yeah, it is the idea. It is an idea. It is basically a virtual world in which everything which is possible in the real world is replicated in such a way that a user can actually feel it. The reason why immersive experience is so good and why metaverse is the next big thing is because in the future, you can easily attend a meeting through your avatars like if you have 3 meetings in a day, you can easily attend sitting at your home at the comfort of your chair, and you can just go onto the platform and your avatar will be attending the meeting. With the help of hologram, with the help of AI, you will be attending all those three meetings and you can give your inputs. And you don't have to even travel to any other place, because the second most important thing is the carbon emission, the sustainability part. That's why these technologies are being developed, so that the user can contribute more towards that segment. Plus, as it's a user based economy, whatever time a user is spending or whatever work he is doing, there are times when we don't have access to all the things. Right now, like if we are doing this webinar on this particular platform, we can easily hear each other, we can see each other if we want to. However, when we are doing the same webinar in on the metaverse, it is a totally different experience altogether, because we can easily our avatars can easily talk to each other, we can share anything which we want to, we can have a much better experience in comparison to what we are doing right now. However, right now the technology we are using, this is also a part of web3 only. It was just an early access to it. All the Zoom call, the Skype, all these platforms, they are just the early entrance of it. However, it in the metaverse, it is on a very next level altogether. Real estate also using this in NFT. Yeah, real estate is using this in the metaverse. There are four technologies which we normally use. One is virtual reality, second is augmented reality, third is mixed reality, and fourth is artificial intelligence. These are the four components which are needed to create a better immersive experience all the place in all over the places. I'm You might have seen like if you have been traveling a lot, or if you are going to these kingdoms or life theme parks which has been coming, because I've not been to India for almost now 3 to 4 years. So I'm not sure that if we have now in India also, but there are certain centers where you have the VR experience centers in which you just wear the Oculus and you actually feel a complete different environment, and you can do lots of different activities with the help of sensors and with the help of MR technologies. We can easily feel everything. You can easily, if you're touching someone, or if you're using or you're doing any activity wearing a VR glasses, you can actually feel that. That's the kind of technology which has been developed. Hologram is something which is still in the making. It is we are trying to create holograms. There are companies who are already working on the hologram process. However, the lighter versions of holograms are available nowadays. You can see those fans which are easily available, I think even in India now, in which a fan is running and you can have a holographic presentation of anything of your choice. It is more like a, what do you call them, recorders. So it's a pre-recorded version of you, and which is shown on that holographic lens with the help of holographic lenses. However, the real-time hologram will still take some more time in getting developed. Now, what all activities can be done? You can have play to earn games on the metaverses, or in this world you can have online shopping, virtual clothing thing. You can have real estate, you can develop physical properties and then you can convert them into an NFT and a virtual asset. You can run e-commerce business, you can have architectural businesses on the metaverse. You can promote any of the businesses through billboards and other services. If you can see this technological chart, so the affordances, like there are emotion, embodiment, presence, identity construction is one part of it. That is your user's identity. Then in terms of technology, VR, augmented reality, mixed reality is the main key, and the principles on which it is working on is the network of the nodes and and the interoperability of it, so that the user can easily access all to that. And obviously we are keeping the it in mind that physical well-being, ethics and psychology of human mind and privacy is always kept in tight scrutiny, and nobody can temper that particular aspect of it. Expect showcasing the product properties. Okay, I'll just come to that. So this was the presentation which we normally do, and trust me, this is the most boring part of it. Till now, what I've ever shown you is just a normal presentation which we just tell to people to make them understand what metaverse is all about. However, our main goal is to make you understand what exactly metaverse is, how it is useful for people who are attending this session, and how Metaverse is the next big change when it comes to the marketing field. I would love to cover these particular points now with you. Whatever you've seen right till this moment, I'll share these slides and I'll also share the detail of all those things with you. So you can just read and you can understand the basic of it. However, now let me talk about Metaverse in the real way. Okay, so Metaverse is not limited to any one particular activity. Play to earn games or gaming industry was the first or the early starter in the metaverse. Right now, you have n number of companies who are developing lots of games on the metaverse, which can be easily accessible. You can play those games and you earn coins in between income for playing. Those coins can be converted into currencies. So crypto, how you must all be aware about cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies and tokens are the tools which are needed for the metaverse for various companies, and they offer different tools and different coins to the user on the base of activities they are doing. So let's take a gaming company example. If you're suppose playing a fighting game and you as a user don't love to play games that much, but you have an idea on how to develop a better gun or to develop a better weapon. So what you can do on that is you can go onto the metaverse platform, you can enter into the game and you can become a developer. You will develop a weapon, okay, and then what you can do is you can showcase and you can sell that weapon. Okay, that's selling of weapon. The moment it is being designed and once you put it into under a smart contract, it's an NFT for you. Okay, so now every time anyone is purchasing that weapon or using that weapon, they will be minting, they'll be sharing some coins with you. If they purchase it, it's well and good. Then they can add on the things and they can resell it to the further user. But every time the weapon is changing hand, as you were the creator, you will be getting a royalty which you will be setting yourself for that particular weapon. That is just a small example. Like suppose you are into architecture background, so you can develop a design of a house or lots of other things. Okay, and you can put it on to a marketplace, and users who are onto the platform, they can just come onto the marketplace, they can see the architecture of the house and they can purchase that particular house NFT from you, and that house can be replicated into the metaverse. So you can easily use that as one way of one method to earn the things. Apart from that, if suppose you are a content creator, you can create the content and you can monetize it on the metaverse in much easier way. You can, because as it's a user based economy, so suppose you have created a content and you're putting it on one of the web3 platforms. Maybe if you are a painter, you have a painting, so you put up a price for that particular painting onto the metaverse and people can purchase that painting. They will also get the physical copy plus a digital copy of that digital copy. They can put it into their offices or into their houses or at their chambers or their company office in the metaverse. Metaverse is actually being what I can say in simple words is a place where you are recreating everything humanly possible and reaching it to a global audience. Like what kind of businesses hidden through metaverses? There are multiple businesses. I'll cover all of them. Like if suppose you are into education sector and you are a teacher who give talks on any of the subject. Right now, when you are putting up your topics on the YouTube and every place, you have to monetize those things yourself. Okay, you have to make sure that people are looking, more number of people are getting that video link and people are watching it, they're subscribing it, and then based on that effort you get the money based on the number of users, followers, or the likes and all those methods. Or you use different platforms for branding and marketing of those particular factors. However, on the metaverse platforms, the beauty is that you can just go onto the metaverse, you can have your own billboard, you can have your own chamber in which you can provide these classes, and that classes can be easily accessible to anyone anywhere around the globe without you being going for the branding and marketing aspects of it. Because metaverse is a platform where interoperability is working in such a way that one content which is on my platform is owned by me. However, when it is being promoted, it is being promoted in all the platforms. It's a collaborative model. So a user who is maybe on some other metaverse can easily access my platform. On my platform, they can just come and they can watch, they can learn, and they can get benefit out of it. And every time it is being viewed, you're getting tokens. Like in over here, you get fiat currency, over there you'll get tokens. And obviously whatever content you are creating, it's your own, because every content you can easily bind it with a smart contract and it can be turned into an NFT also, right? All the users who are coming onto the platform for any of the different activities, like suppose we have recently did a live event on the metaverse. It was a Bollywood event. I cannot share the details much as the videos are not out yet. So in that particular event, in the physical event, we had 3,000 people, 300 people attending it. But on the metaverse, we had almost 3,000 people attending the same event. And they also paid the same ticket price and everything. However, those 3,000 people who are attending on the metaverse, they got a digital ticket of that which was used as an NFT. Now it depends on them how they can monetize or utilize that NFT into, and they can liquidify to earn more money out of it, or they can keep it as a memento. Anything which can be used by the person can be turned into an NFT. Right now, we have lots of platforms like Spotify and YouTube music, where you go and you listen to the music. However, if you are a content creator, you will be aware that most of the money or on those contracts goes to the companies for providing spaces to you. However, on the metaverse, you can have your own content. You can just publish it on that platform. You don't need to go for those copyrights and other things because they all will be binded by a smart contract. So it's your own contract. Plus you can have a simpler access on the for the users to go and they can listen to the song, and they can also own the song. Like obviously the main song is owned by you only, but they can own the rights of those songs and they can use it in their particular programs. So suppose if someone is playing a particular tune at certain place, every time that tune will be used, all those people who have owns those NFTs, they all will be getting money out of it. So these are different ways. Then real estate is a major factor over here. There are lots of companies who are entering into metaverse from the retail sector. What their real estate sector, what they are doing is they are developing properties, and they are also creating a digital twin of the same property on the metaverse. So once you are purchasing the property in the physical world, you're also getting a digital twin. So once you go onto the metaverse, you already have a house in the metaverse which you can use for your activities, like the chamber which I was talking about. So that chamber is your own house, and obviously the interior will be exactly the same which has been in the main house. So you can also have those digital assets, and you can actually sell those digital assets. So every time you are selling that digital asset or you're renting that digital asset, you're again making money. So there are multiple layers of monetization which happens over there. You can be a game developer, you can be a VFX guy, you can be a UX UI guy, or you can be a non-IT guy. You all can easily contribute and earn a lot from it because it's a user-based economy. Everything which you will be owning in Web3 space is will be belonging to you, and nobody else will be having any rights into that. Just like that, I'll talk about a new thing which has been recently seen. Like, I don't know if you have seen that, but famous shoe company Nike, they have also launched their own NFTs. Okay. Now, when we talk about NFTs, and I'm sharing about digital twin for the first time users, it is very hard to even relate to it. And it is very tough to understand what exactly is going on. Because when first time I heard about the metaverse, I was highly skeptical and didn't understand a single thing. However, I'll show you one of those videos of the recent marketing strategies which companies have been using in the metaverse and how they are utilizing the NFT. So Nike, they started a new range of shoes, and all those shoes, it was a limited edition shoe which they also turned into a NFT for the users. And then that they started marketing it through the 7D or 3D or the 5D billboards, not only in the metaverse but also in the real world, because marketing is the new segment which is being highly affected by the metaverse. Lots of companies are coming onto the metaverse, spending lots of monies, purchasing the billboards and using this new technology to understand how storytelling is done on the metaverse platforms. I'll try to connect that video for you guys so that you can have a look of what exactly these NFTs are. These NFTs were sold out after they were launched in just 20 minutes. So I'm sharing that video. Please have a look at it. So you might have seen these shoes. They look like a normal shoe. However, they were all NFTs of the real shoe. So when a person purchased the physical shoe in the real world, he also got a digital NFT of the same shoe. Now there are people who are selling these shoes, like the digital NFTs of these shoes on the metaverse platforms. And suppose you have an avatar. So for your avatar, you obviously need clothes. Just like in games, you purchase weapons and clothes, same way you can purchase these shoes and they will be unique to you. And there are lots of people who are already purchasing these shoes. Just like that, there are n number of things which can be done. That's why companies like H&M, they have already launched a virtual store on the metaverse for their users. You have brands like Gucci. I'll just show you that. Yeah. Okay. I'll come to that first. Yeah. You can see this is a virtual store, a metaverse store of Nike. All the shoes and all the clothes which you can see right now inside this, in this particular image, they all are the NFTs. They are not physical one, they are the virtual one. Exactly same clothes are available physically to the users, and those users who have purchased those clothes, all the physical virtual NFTs belongs to them. Now they can sell this onto the different platforms to different users for their avatars and other things. Just like that, Gucci, one of the famous brands, they have their own luxury fashion metaverse right now, which is already have almost 3 lakh users all over the world. And people are not only exploring it, you can just enter into that. You can purchase houses, you can purchase shops over in that particular metaverse, you can play games, you can purchase shops, you can purchase clothes over there, you can have exchanging of clothes. Lots of different events happens in those. So there are different companies who are already entering into metaverse. Like this is one of the famous brand, Boho. It's a fashion and clothing brand. They have entered the metaverse even before H&M, and they started their own metaverse. Right now they have a user base of almost 1 lakh, a user base of almost 1 cr, 1 crore people already existing in their metaverse. They have created digital twin of half of the Paris, and people are already purchasing the digital twins of their actual physical properties, and also new investments have been done on these platforms. This is the size of the global metaverse market, which has been estimated for from 2020 to 2030. We are talking about a 947 billion US dollars industry. The only challenge initially which comes with the people is that it is very tough to understand these concepts and to believe that how people will actually be living into that. However, to make you understand that, and as I said that while we're talking about the marketing models, It's all about the media psychology, and Metaverse is also a part of that. We always knew that the key to reach to a user or to a customer is not to just give him innovation, but to also provide them with an experience which they cannot forget. One of the most famous brands, which you all must be aware about, is Coca-Cola. I hope you all are aware about that. And Coca-Cola is famous for their ads and everything. From the cold drink industry, Coca-Cola was the first company who initiated their business into the metaverse. And I would like to show you 3 videos which will give you an idea how exactly this is happening. These videos, first video is a bit long, but this will give you a better understanding and perspective about what this is all about. So I'm just playing the video. Please have a look at it. This is a 2-minute video. And after that, I'll show you how they have evolved their marketing and branding on the metaverse in the same way. This was the first initial step. That time metaverse was not fully workable. However, they've started with the technology integration at that moment itself. Please have a look at the video, and it will really help you in understanding how metaverse and media psychology is interrelated, and how brands are changing their ways of understanding the market, and why they are the early entrants, and why we all are still lacking behind in the longer sense. Please have a look. So as you can see, this was the first time when Coca-Cola introduced this concept, and they turned their bottle caps into an NFT. This it was a good initiative which they did, but that was the very first time a company used one of its non-tangible, or it can say one of its own part of the product as a coin, as a token, as a NFT. So they converted their cap as an NFT and they started using it to provide support to these people, to the laborers and everyone who were not able to afford to speak to their family because of high rating charts. So that was the very first time this thing happened. However, Coca-Cola understood the market in the right way. They knew that if they want to capture the market, they always have to keep on updating. So when the metaverse came and when the AR and the VR things started coming, so first thing Coca-Cola did was collaborated with an app known as Sham. And if I tell you that you can drink a Coke virtually watching a game, I believe half of you will say that it's a joke. However, Coca-Cola, with the help of these technologies, made it possible because they used it in the right way. I know the videos are not having sounds, but you can at least see the video because these videos will not be needing sound anymore. That there are two videos only. It will show you how exactly you can get the psychology of the people and how fast the world is changing and how slow we are. And trust me, like normally I'm not a guy who speaks on these laptops. So for me, without seeing your faces, it's very tough to understand whether you guys are understanding or not, because metaverse cannot be explained just in one meeting. Still, I've tried to put it in such a way that you can get the basic idea. I've not gone into the major concepts because it will not help you guys at all in the very first initial phase. So I'll just play the second video. Understand, you have to understand what exactly they are doing, and I hope you will get a better picture this time. So I think you have understood. I know there was is this the tech environment friendly and consumer behavior good? Is this tech environment friendly and consumer behavior good? Yeah, it is. Harshit, you have asked me. Okay, I'll take the questions in the end also, so don't worry. But I'll just come back to the video. So as you can see that they have used the immersive experience and the VR technology in such a way that a user can easily drink a Coke even from a radio. You have to just post up the tweets, and with the help of those 140 words, because of the immersive experience and the technology is used, you can easily encash it. So it is basically like collecting those NFTs and encashing it. There are various ways a user under uses or use the metaverse technology, and the company is are branding it for that particular purpose only, because they understand that this is the next big thing. When for the very first time they had this live drinkable ad, people laughed at it and they said it is impossible. But when they actually executed it, they understood that how this technology is so good and how it is so useful for people who are not able to understand what it's all about. However, this is not the place where Coca-Cola stopped. They went further and they ensured that users in the metaverse, in those cities, who in the virtual cities, can also feel it, and they can get the experience of Coca-Cola brand at that particular point. Also, they have invested a huge sum of money on various metaverse platforms like Walt Disney. They have supported. They are supporting Decentraland, and they are doing lots of branding and marketing activities. Even at this moment, when the number of users on the metaverse platforms are still not as per the normal other Web2 platforms. However, I'll just share this particular video and it will show you how exactly Coca-Cola is delivering Coca-Cola in virtual world, and that virtual world and that Coca-Cola you're receiving over there is also getting in the physical world. Please have a look at this video. So as you have just seen that how things are evolving in this particular industry, branding and marketing has been going on to a different notion altogether, and people and the users, they are just trying to catch it up with it. There are companies right now in India who have already started working on the metaverse projects. We have one of our I know one of the guy who's doing a metaverse company for government of India, and he's recreating the entire historical moments of the from the history and also the monuments, and he's creating a metaverse out of that. There is already, I think, if you all see IPL, so there are 3 cricket teams who have already launched their virtual teams on the metaverse platform. There are 2 movies which will be coming on the metaverse in 2023. Metaverse is giving users lots of use cases, and it is providing you ample amount of opportunities. The best part about metaverse is whatever you can imagine, you can deliver it. It depends on how you're using the technology in the right sense. It may not make sense to people specifically in India in the beginning, but there are lots of people who have already started coming up with better ideas, better concepts, and they started implementing on those ideas. Metaverse and immersive experience is the next big thing. This is the future. Our offices, our houses, playgrounds, everything will be there in the metaverse. We will be living a life on the metaverse, which will be what I can say the right, I'm not getting the right word for it, but which will be more prone towards the internet and towards the technological advancements of that particular era. Right now, we are still in the early stage of the metaverse. There are lots of technologies which are still being developed, but you can still face the you can still get these user experiences going into different experiences centers which have already been operating. There are lots of VR and AR VR games which are already there in the market. There are I know that most of you might have been using the VR games, and you're playing VR games and getting that kind of an experience, but you're taking a next step when you're entering into the metaverse. Going into that metaverse is different worlds. Over there you can do n number of activities, from renting a particular portion of a house then to renting a particular showroom, opening your own digital store on the metaverse, and delivering the products not only physically but virtually all over the world or to a larger audience. It is something which is still not possible in the Web 2 era. Plus, everything can easily be traceable with the help of blockchain. Blockchain is something which can be used for almost 600 plus use cases. There are lots of developments happening over there. I have not touched that blockchain, or I have not touched the NFT in detail because this was just a very basic introduction session. And I wanted to just first make you give that earlier shock of what Metaverse looks like and what it is. I can understand out of, I think, 40 participants, I can vouch that almost 30 to 35 people among you will be thinking, okay, this is something which is not happening. But trust me, this is happening. It is quite good. We have to give time to understand what exactly it is developing and how these use cases are of our use. Don't be skeptical about it. Give some time. Start reading about metaverse projects. Start reading about on the Google about the various articles which are coming. Like, I'm sitting in a city which is the hub for metaverse, that is Dubai. I'm so proud to say that the government is so supportive and they are so dedicated in being the masters or the first pioneers in metaverse. The kind of ecosystem, the kind of chamber, the kind of technologies they are providing us, it is, I cannot express it to you. And honestly, on an online session, I would have shown you the metaverse also. We also have three different metaverses, but it is very early to give it in the first session to people, because it will make you more, either you will just get blown by it, or you will create a wall in front of you. No, no, this is not something for us, and this is not happening because it is not happening around us. But I am telling you, in Dubai we already have 11 conferences in span of 1 year. We recently hosted Dubai Metaverse Assembly. That was for the all the world leaders to come. Yesterday night, I was in Miami talking in the first NFT memoriam for the Women's Association. It was the first woman centric uh, conference on the metaverse and the NFT. The number of users who are coming, I was shocked to see that. I'm so happy to see lots of Indian people coming onto the platform, coming up with some great ideas, developing so many nice things. But the biggest challenge is that people are still not aware. That's why when we talk about branding, the only motto is educate to dominate. Today, I have tried to show you something in such a way that you become skeptical about it. Because when we get skeptical about something, we study more about it, or we try to at least find something more interested about it. In this particular session, I have given you seven informations which were not complete. Now you go study and find those things. You have my, I'll share my email ID. I'll share the videos with you. I'll drop you if you can add me on Telegram. I'll drop you the videos over there. I'll share all the details with you. But today it was a shocker session. It was not a informative session from my side, and I'll be honest with that. I was not here to impress people, to tell them, that metaverse is really good and all that. No, you have to first learn about it. You have to study yourself, and please don't just follow blindly anyone in the field of metaverse and everything. I said, is investing a Bitcoin a good idea? Okay, Sandeep, right now it is not a good idea. It is going down. You can just purchase few, but my suggestion is that you need to be patient enough. It is not a rocket science. It is a proper system. I'll suggest go on Google, learn the first Bitcoin paper. The founder of Bitcoin, he has written a paper. Go study that. You will understand Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in much simpler way. This is the next big thing which is coming. Cryptocurrencies, metaverse, they all are part of it. Cryptocurrency, blockchain, they all are part of the metaverse, and it will be something which will be the next big thing for everyone. All the users who are right now using physical currency, they will be using digital currency. We have already shifted into that. Even I believe in you all, I've heard the news. Indian government is also building the digital currency. They are coming up with their own digital currency. If you want to know more about that, drop me a message. I'll share the details with you, and you can definitely get something out of it. And please, ask me the questions. I'm sorry, I think I've taken more time, but I wasted your time for showing you the videos because it was the need of the hour. So I'm really sorry for that, but please feel free to ask me questions, whatever you have. And I'll prefer that if you can open up your mics and you can ask from that. That is much better instead of reading it on the chat boxes. I've shared my email ID and my Telegram ID with you. Just drop me a hi and I'll share the videos and everything with you. Actually, I'm traveling, so I'll be reaching back tomorrow. So I'll share the files tomorrow first thing with all of you. On the Telegram, I'll share the videos and whatever links you need, I'll share that too. Oh, okay. Ahmad, you have already shared my LinkedIn profile, so you can contact me over there too. And please, if you have any questions, please ask. Mr. Gautam, you asked me about the technologies. I think I have covered it, but still you have any doubt, please feel free to ask me. How are the new customers targeted other than billboards? Okay. Ms. Farjana, there are different methods which we use, which people use to get the particular audiences. It's not only the billboards, it's also the brand experience, which is provided in terms of physical assets, also as the digital assets. Just a moment. Okay, I am again typing it. That's my Telegram link. I was answering your question. Okay, other than billboards, you have live events in which you can have live uh, coverage of your events, and you can provide your screens and everything over there. You can provide NFTs. There are different NFTs which already Coca-Cola has launched. If you'll go and you'll check for that, you will find that NFTs are something which is just going like anything. There are platforms like OpenSea in which people do lots of marketing. People are opening up their own stores and they're providing virtual experiences. So suppose if I'm a brand and I don't want to go for the billboard, what I'll do is I'll just create a normal barcode and I'll have my metaverse, or I'll have my office on the metaverse, and I'll send that barcode to everyone. Okay. Once I send that to everyone, they can easily scan that barcode. They can enter into my metaverse and they can see everything virtually. They can even try clothes. They can even order from there. And if they don't want to order or they don't want to try, they can just have a experience over there. So the companies are not only creating a virtual store, they are also providing other things like games are there, raffles are there, open activities are there. So it is something which sharing barcode means QR code. Yeah, QR code. Sorry, I told you I'm very bad with these technical words, but yeah, QR code, which you have to scan from your phone. So you can use that. And with the help of that, apart from that, what they're doing is right now, as the FIFA World Cup is going on, so what they have done on the Coca-Cola bottles, which have been printed over here and which has been given to the users, every time they are scanning that QR code, they are getting a specific NFT from the particular FIFA game in which they were attending. So there are certain NFTs which are more in numbers, which can be used as a memorable. Okay, and they are quite specific in numbers. Like suppose you create a particular image or you have taken an autograph, suppose from any of the player. So what you do, you take a picture of it and you create it as an NFT. Okay, so now if the company wants, they can purchase that and they can keep giving those things to you also. So there are n number of ways for the branding purposes on the metaverse. You can create videos, you can have normal recorded sessions, you can have lots of digital prints available over there. You can have your own games, you can have your own characters, you can give your users virtual avatars of them, which will be customized with the branding of the company. So there are n number of things which can be do. Okay, how are stocks keeping unite maintain better? Won't that be just a moment? I have some wants to develop some app. Okay, I'll take all the questions. Skills required for career in metaverse: number one, passion. And number two, you need to be aware about what segment of metaverse you want to go in. If you want to go in development, then you need IT skills like QR, like UI, UX, VFX. These all are the things which are needed. You should you can search more about on Dribble. There are lots of free courses which are available on YouTube for technical skills which you need in the metaverse. feel free to drop me a message. I'll share the links with you. I'll share the notes with you, which will help you in learning more about that skill. If you're a non-technical person, then concept designing, architectural designing, marketing, branding, sales, then creating business plans, creating white papers, creating pitch decks. There are n number of things. So it's a big thing. I cannot, even we are not sure like what all more will be coming, because like in Dubai we were told that by the honorable Prime Minister Sheikh that they will be contributing almost 30 mil, they will be creating 30 million jobs by 2030. That is a big number, but they are, and there are lots of things coming up. Even we are not sure, right now there are event organizers who are actually organizing virtual events. Okay, so in that virtual event also you have to do lots of things. Okay, so there are n number of jobs. We don't even have specific titles for certain jobs, so we all just call them program manager or the content creator or social media impactor, like that. However, it's not something similar to an influencer or anything like that. If someone wants to develop some app for delivering, say, sweets in local area, local merchant, like Harshid, this can be easily done if you're creating this app on the blockchain, then it will be much easier for your customers. Like every time they're ordering a food, you can provide them with certain tokens, which will also help you in generating liquidification of your tokens, and you can provide them refills. There are lots of things. It's a very good idea. If you actually have a business plan, you can send it to me. I'll give you contact of our incubator. And if your thing is look good, we can definitely support you with the initial business planning and funding too. How are stock keeping units maintained in Metaverse? Won't that be challenging? No, it's not that challenging, because everything is handled by nodes, and there are multiple cloud-based servers for that, so it doesn't create a big issue. Do I have opportunity to reach everyone on the blockchain automatically? No, you don't have opportunity to reach everyone. It depends on what particular program you're using or what particular field of like if you're going for fintech, if you're going for defi, if you're going for some app development, if you're going for the gaming community. So there are different servers which are used, like Discord is one of the major places which has been developed where people are using the technologies nowadays. Yes, blockchain technology is used for the development of Metaverse, Anilji. And Harshit, again, I want to connect with you. Please share the details. Harshit, you have my LinkedIn. You can just drop me a message and I'll revert back to you. Don't worry on that part. And anyway, if I've missed any question, please again ask me. I have tried to cover. I have put some questions on Q&A. Okay. How to create Metaverse account? What do you think about 5G playing a vital role? Prashant, okay, I'll start with Mr. Prashant first. What do you think about 5G playing a vital role? 5G is just one part of it. If I talk about this, I'm not sure if I have to say it or not, but Japan is almost 10 times more advanced than us. Like the technology they are using for the metaverse and the speed of internet, everything is way ahead of time. So we cannot just say about that 5G will play an important role, but it's not that it is only about 5G. 5G will help you in feeling that experience and getting that experience at a very faster speed, and it will make it more easy for the users to actually use the platforms and less spending less of their time and data. But understand, again, it's internet, it's data, and 5G is still from the web 2 part. Like internet is from that. So when you are owning it, you obviously need something so that you can use it in a much faster speed. So 5G will be playing a major role, but obviously we are looking forward for much more higher technologies which we are seeing in Japan, and we are trying that how we can get it, but they don't give it to anyone, not even to the big companies. So yeah, it is a good thing. What is the role of AI? Anilji, AI, artificial intelligence is the most important and a key aspect while developing a metaverse. It depends on what problem you're solving in the metaverse. There are different use cases. Like if I talk about the educational metaverse which we are creating, so we are trying to bridge the gap of the fees and other things. So suppose you want to do a course from Harvard, okay, which we cannot afford going over there and spending that kind of a fee. So our goal is to bring that course in such a way that you can easily access from your own hometown. However, not all the time teachers are available. So what we are planning is, like what AI will be useful is that AI will be used in such a way that all the question which is being put up by you, AI can analyze all the lectures and it can give you the answers on speed basis. AI is doing lots of things. Like you cannot quantify what AI is possible, what AI can make you possible. Like you have these chat bots already working. You have AI platforms in which you can even write, like you have to just, you can write any question, it will turn it into a code. So all those things, they all are part of AI. So AI is something which is really useful for developing metaverses. Like if you want to create NFTs and you want to sell it on OpenSea, I'll share the link of a company. You just go onto their platform, you write any scenario, it will create a beautiful picture for you, which will be a unique picture. And with the help of that, you can just take that the picture and you can sell it on the OpenSea, and you can make it as an NFT and you can make money. So AI is into everything. AI can also recreate human interactions in the past. It can recreate the past events also. So everything, AI is at all the place, and obviously AI is taking up a lots of space in this particular era, and artificial intelligence will be quite useful in the development or even in the future process of it. Like the videos which you saw, all those things which they have, the companies are developing, it's all through AI. We are, AI is helping making sure that our jobs are getting easier. Ravi Kumar Balija is asking how to create a metaverse account. It's very simple. You can just go on to Sandbox, you can go on to Decentraland, you can just log in and you can start having the experiences. However, I'll suggest that if you just want to first experience about metaverse, go to Sandbox or Decentraland, open a normal account, have a look on the metaverse. Apart from that, there is a very good platform known as Everdome, which also have a very fantastic metaverse. Then you have Space.io, that is from Slovenian government. There are different governments who are creating their own metaverses. Slovenian government, we have tied up with them, so I can easily share their things with you. So you can definitely get lots of things. An example of giving medical consultation. Oh, Mr. Puri, I'm sorry, I had the video, I forgot to play that. Yes, medical consultation is being given on the metaverse. There are companies are already doing it, and I'm sorry, I forgot to play that video for you guys, in which I wanted to show you how metaverses are used in different industries. So yeah, it is a use case. You can do live consultation. You can even assist in surgeries. You can also assist in research. So it is there. It is already been done. There are 3 companies already in Dubai who are bringing up the entire hospital on the metaverse. So it is available. Investing a Bitcoin is a good idea. See, I'm not a supporter or anti of Bitcoin, but it is a good idea if you're reading it. So I suggest that you read the paper which has been given. Any business opportunity for freelancers, such as monetizing a website? There's a user. Sandeep, monetizing a website is not a big deal right now, because with the help of AI, there are automated tools who are already doing those things. So I'll not suggest you to go for that. However, if you want, you can learn the technology, you can learn about UI, UX designing, you can go for VFX, and it will give you an ample amount of opportunity to do lots of good things. And obviously, if you're searching for metaverse companies, always type like, suppose you want to know about anything, it is always starts with .io, Internet of Things. IoT is the next big thing, that is Web3. So .ios will be the things. So OpenSea.io, Space.io. So any company which are dealing into that, the simple way is to find that they are from IOs. I think I've covered all the questions. Anything else? Okay, list of languages used for metaverse development. That depends on the use cases. So it's not about that. However, there are people who are creating protocols even on Javas, on PHPs, but it depends on what use case you're using it. So it's a long list. You can use it based on the use case and the solution you're providing. I can provide you the links in the sites I've mentioned. Definitely, I'll share that with you. You can just drop me a message. I'll share the details with you. Yeah, CT, I can share you the entire presentation. I can share you the exact presentation which is there. which will give you more knowledge. This was just a brief presentation for giving you the initial feedback. That's it. And just to give you a normal introduction about it. VFX is not basic. It is one of the most important things. VFX is not completely based on metaverse thing, but UX, UI designing, VFX, they all play a major roles into that. Gautam ji, I've already shared the Telegram link. Is virtual ad as a part of metaverse? Yes, virtual ad is part of metaverse, and it plays a significant role in the metaverse sector or even into the normal sector. There are very good platforms which are coming, so you do have to search about that. And virtual ads is the next big thing, and virtual ads are now going onto the billboards, into those 3D and 7D billboards. Okay, so I think I have answered all the questions, and we have already extended a time limit for almost half an hour. So if you have anything else, please send me the details. I love to answer everything. And I hope you might have learned certain things from it. Thank you.